What's up, Wayne Barron here with ArtFacts.net, and we are inside of Adobe Photoshop CC. Now, what I'm getting ready to show you can only be done in Photoshop CS6 Extended or Photoshop CC. And so, anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. Now, as you can see here, we've got some abstract animation going on, and also, as you can see, this is an MP4 file. This is not a GIF file. This is an actual video that you can upload to YouTube. And so let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go ahead and create a new project. I'll try it again. Create a new project, 800 by 600. Click OK. Okay, the first thing I want to do here is let's go ahead and hit on our D key and then choose our paint bucket. And now let's go ahead and get a new layer. And then let's go ahead and change this to white. Everything that we're going to do from here on out is going to be in a timeline. And so how we access our timeline is that we come over here to Window, Timeline. Now, once the timeline opens up, you click on Create Video Timeline. And this right here is going to actually create both of our layers that we have here. So we've got our background layer right here, and then we've got our first layer. So what we're going to do is that we're actually going to put a brush onto our background. So let's go ahead and do that. Click B on your keyboard, bring up in your brush. Come right here, and then let's scroll down and choose this one right here. So with our white, let's go ahead and click right here in the middle, and there we go. So now let's click on, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go up, choose the very first one, get it to about the size that we want it. 75 looks good. Okay, so now everything that we do, we create new layers. Okay, we're going to be doing colors. So we need to have a layer for each individual color that we do. And so let's go ahead and we're going to have this at 5 seconds long. It's not going to be as long as the original. The original was 11 seconds. So we're just going to cut this down a little bit. So let's bring this to 10 frames. And then let's come over here and choose a color. So we're going to do this one as a lighter blue color, about right up in there. And what we're going to do is that we're going to shade in some tips. Okay, with our layer selected, we also need to choose to overlay. Each one of our layers with colors on it, these are our colors. Color 1 has to be an overlay layer. Okay, now with our blue, let's come over here and change it here. So that is our first color. Alright, so with that color, let's go ahead and select this one. Let's drag it down, drop it right here on the new, and create a copy of that one. And so this right here will keep this blue. So now let's drag this over to here. Let's drag it right up in there. Now with this one selected, let's go ahead and change our color. I'm going to drop this down to a brighter green, and we're going to come over here with our new copy selected. So this is going to be color 2, which is going to color in right up in here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take our color 2 and duplicate it. This is going to be color 3. Come over here, and then let's bring it down to a yellow. Let's drag this over, and then let's color this yellow. Okay, once again, grab a hold of number 3, name this number 4, move it over, drag this over, and now let's change this to a orange. And then let's come over and sort of add in some orange up into here. Okay, and now once again for our last one, let's go ahead and create another copy. This one is going to be 5. Drag it over, drag this over, and then let's change our color to a red. Now we're going to come over here with our color 5 selected, and we are going to add in some red, and then this right here will finish that up. Now one more, color number 6, and let's come over here and let's choose the purple. Let's make our brush size a little bit smaller. And there you go. So now let's bring that over. So the next thing that we want to do here is that we want to change our opacity for each one of these. And how we do that is that we select our color 1, drop it down, and then we have our opacity right here. So we click to create a keyframe, and then we set it to 0. Okay, so we're just going to move every one of these over to here to have them all lined up the same. We can actually extend these out just a little bit more. Let's put it at about 20. Let's see how long that takes to run. That's good. So let's put each one of these at 20. Okay, now come up to here. Let's open this up some more so that we can really fine tune it. Create a new keyframe, change this one to 100, come over to here, create a new keyframe, that one's already set at 100, create a new keyframe and change this one to 0. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with this one, and then we're going to set this, well, let's come over here to the beginning, with that one selected, create a keyframe, change this to 100. And basically just do the same thing. You want to stop at each one of these keyframes. That way every single one of these are the same. So we're just going to go ahead and do all this. Oops. Keep that at 100. Drop this one down to 0. As you've noticed, with the keyframe already selected, you're able to come over here and not have to click on keyframe, but go ahead and change your opacity and it will automatically create a keyframe for you. Okay, so with all of them done, what we want to do here, make this smaller, grab a hold of each one of them, drag it to the end. So then let's go ahead and play it. Let's stop it right quick. Let's drag this down so we can actually see what's going on. Hit the space bar and it will play. And there you go. So you can come over here to the end and we can duplicate layer number 6, and then we can actually drag it out to about up in here and make this one longer, and that way we've got the ending of it. Okay, let's go ahead, and since this one right here does not need to change, we're just going to have it stay at full opacity all the way through to the end. Okay, so then when we play it again, and there you go. Alright, I hope that y'all learned something. Once again, you have to have Photoshop CS6 Extended or the new Photoshop CC in order to do this very neat abstract animation. So alright, also one other thing before I leave, if you want to get into really deep detailed animation, Photoshop is not the program that you want to use if you want to do any type of movie production type of stuff. Photoshop is a means to get to that point if you want to do animation, to create the animation to go into your projects. But Adobe's After Effects is my program of choice, along with a lot of other people, for doing this type of projects. Also using Premiere as well, but After Effects is the best one for post-production work. Okay, Wayne Barron here with DarkEffects.net. Y'all have a rocking rest of the week. Bye-bye.